There's always mutants.
I would like to see. So this was just this morning. So a little empathy on the closest of kin here.
Both of them seem like really, like they just
Constipated.
they just really. There's always a shock with
Too
death.
much food. I understand.
Yes, you are starting to feel a strange feeling. You know that you will soon need to relieve yourself.
Excuse me. Is there plumbing available?
A what? Says the brother.
Plumbing?
Uh, we do have plumbing throughout the house, he says. He looks really confused.
I am to relieve myself.
Oh, the bathroom. Yeah, he gives you directions to go to the special room. You're not sure if you're supposed to go with other people or by yourself because they keep changing the rules.
I go with, and as soon as I walk in, I drop trow and do business.
All right, you take a shit on their floor.
No need to close the door. Not used to those.
You guys hear unhealthy noise.
Yeah, just got in from Italy.
Give me a fast talk roll as they both stare at you. Americans may actually believe this kind of thing. They just look at you like, the fuck is wrong with you people?
So, Noah played chess?
Yeah, he was playing with that Bunting guy. They play either on email. Oh my god!
I close the door. I go, where is close?
He's just sitting there. He's like, he's trying to. He's like currently scooping out his ass with his hand and shit, and then wiping it on a towel.
I don't wipe it on that. There's water here. I know how to use the water now.
Oh, okay, great. He's using water, so that's good.
Like, what do you take me for?
I'm not a fucking savage.
Big pile of shit on the It's got
Wash
metal
the shit
bits
off
in
my hand into the sink.
Okay.
I know what a sink is now.
Yeah,
too, sir.
he's wiping off the bigger things into the sink.
Glenn, you did not do a good enough tutorial.
Did not anticipate this.
But Logan, I do clean all of it off because it's important you not have a scent.
Of course. Yeah, he comes out looking freshly scrubbed and stuff like that. They're just looking at you. Pretty much any of our empathy rolls you try are horror. Horror is pretty much the overriding thing because what the hell is going on here, says the now outraged brother.
I'll match him. That's what we're here to find out.
Give me a fast talk roll as this may put him back on his heels.
No, it does not.
The wife says, I think I would like some time alone. If I think of anything that might be helpful, do you have a business card or something I could?
Logan, why is he getting mad?
You don't know. Perhaps it's a dominance
my
display.
empathy.
Ah, right. He is challenging her, or him, her. You see him. You see her as her. He is challenging her for supremacy of the tribe.
Oh, well, wait until this plays out. It's not my place to jump in.
So they played by mail?
Email or phone. Could I just have a business card and then could you please leave so I can clean my bathroom? She says angrily.
Sure. Mind if I take a look at this book?
What?
What?
Just take it and go, she says.
You take the math and the romance?
Yes. And I give her a card.
Right, you guys are shown the door.
Okay. Back to the car.
You guys go back to the car with your warrior from the wastelands. He's trying
So
real
this guy
hard.
who died,
Uh-huh.
do we know where he stored his things?
We were in there at the house.
But
Yeah.
that's where his nest was. But where did he store his things that he didn't want others to take?
You probably pooped on it.
He stored his stuff in the
Right.
back.
So next time, you'll want to shit in the toilet.
I did.
No, you shat on the floor.
Did I?
Well, they've been calling the whole room the toilet, so it's very confusing.
Yeah. That's the bathroom. You got a bathtub, a sink, and a toilet. The toilet's got the water sitting in it all the time.
Okay.
So you sit on it,
Right.
and you shit into it.
Oh, why would you do that? The water's in there.
We got lots of water. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Then you press the button, and more water comes and flushes the shit away.
Huh. Okay. I will try this your way next.
And then there's this wonderful invention called toilet paper. Right next to the toilet to wipe your ass with.
Throw it into the... Wait, you wipe yourself with it? Why would you do that? That seems very wasteful.
So you don't get shit on your hand.
You remember as a child seeing a piece of paper from the old times. It was a precious thing. The village only had the one.
All right. Thank you for helping me with this, Glenn.
Feeling it's going to come up again.
You are like a Papa Bear that I never had. I will call you Bear from now on.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go somewhere.
I like it.
Leaving behind any possible clues there, you go elsewhere because it's probably the best option now.
We pooped on all other leads in that house.
Oh, believe me, one of the cases, they went so far off the rails that they were completely unable to solve it, but they kept trudging forward. It was amazing.
Noah had a place of business.
You have no idea.
I don't even know.
That would have been an awesome question to ask in there, but that time has passed. You're seeing the lady like raging inside, and the guy's like raging as well, and they seem upset for some reason. And then eventually, the lady is stuck cleaning up one of the biggest, smelliest, nastiest. And why is there bits of metal in the poop? They
I'm
cannot figure
imagining
that out.
that this is like the first poo of a newborn baby.
There's a rat tail
Like,
sticking out of the poop.
Sticky tar.
If I recall right, this was my first movement since I got here.
Yeah.
It was a memorable one as well. I'm sure that that'll be the kind of thing that you'll make a fucking chant about someday.
Italy is a strange land.
It's a different culture.
Right, right.
So...
Shows her with like this, holding up this mostly decomposed rat corpse, like how did this get in?
Like a snake.
Just looking at it in horror, like somebody fucking beheads it. How did it survive? I don't understand. You guys can't wait to go visit the wastelands. That should be a fucking great time. Choking down entire rats like you're a snake. The rat's like, ow!
I'm gonna call the coroner's office.
Right, coroner's office.
Hey, this is Canone.
Canone? Who the fuck is Canone?
You done with Noah Valakat yet?
I want to know who the fuck I'm talking to first. Who the hell is Kanoke?
Detective
There's no Detective Kanoke.
Canone.
Canone?
Luca.
Luca? Is that you, Luca? Are you fucking with me, Luca? Why would you do that? We've known each other for like years.
You don't know my last name?
It doesn't sound like you do.
Don't burn our next lead.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should talk to them.
I thought it was Canone. What happened?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gunshot wound to the back is the cause of death. Missing a finger. That's about it.
Nothing interesting.
Not yet. I'm still going through everything. You want to come watch the autopsy? He
Not
looks
this
at
time.
Sandy. No. Okay.
Hey.
I'll call you if anything weird comes up. Otherwise, just assume it's a standard.
Sounds good.
All right. He hangs up. Fucking Kanoke. You hear him mutter as he hangs up.
We need to find where this guy worked and if there's some sort of biometric finger scanner.
A what?
If you need the finger to undo a lock.
You know what a
Like a
fingerprint
simple
is?
lock. He just
Yeah.
puts his finger in the lock and it opens.
But it has to be his finger. So the killer would take off his finger.
His finger is the key.
Interesting.
He didn't seem to recognize the word finger and print together.
I point at the large object in between us in the front seat that
Shotgun?
has the many keys on it.
Ah.
Can
Okay.
this help us?
He points at the cop computer that's sitting next to you. It's, hooked up to cop internet,
Yes.
etc.
Can we dial the 411 on that as well?
You hungry?
Not yet, but eventually it'll happen again.
It's somebody
And you
else's
just get
bathroom.
food every time you dial this 411. It's amazing. Little fucking tear comes out of his eye.
You should, TJ, you should keep a list of your new terms. The plum, the 411, plum 411. Eventually you'll have a whole vocabulary, and if you stick with it, that will confuse the shit out of newbies and be awesome. We need 411. What for? I am hungry. What the fuck are you talking about? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Glenn, I'm in the back seat.
Yep.
So you want to look up the guy's name?
Oh, sure. I look up Noah on the cop computer.
It gives you his criminal record and stuff. None. He doesn't even have a parking ticket. He apparently doesn't even have a driver's license. He has like a state-issued ID card.
No vehicle registered.
Nope.
Damn.
Look up his brother. His only brother.
Do you remember?
guessing.
Do you
Might have
remember his
30.
brother's name?
Crap.
Raph.
Yay!
Raph.
Raph does have a driver's license and a vehicle registered, no criminal record.
Does
I
it
mean,
also say
some speeding
has
tickets.
her sister-in-law? Is
Pardon?
that in there? I want to know
That's
if
his
this
license
rollout
plate.
sense also has hots for Daphne.
That'd be
Daffy.
awkward. Yeah, they didn't. Actually, you're not really sure if they were hot for each other or not because you got driven out of there pretty quick by a.
It was not hot in there. It was steamy for the wrong reasons.
Yes, yes, it was.
Steaming pile of something.
Yes.
Look up Daphne.
Excellent. Yeah, she doesn't have a criminal record. No, no vehicle. Does have a driver's license, but no car. Driver's license issued a few years ago type thing. It was one of the like I'm graduating high school and I've got a driver's license type of deals as opposed to something later in life. So normal American education system, get a driver's license when you're still in school so that you can go out drinking on prom night and get into one of those nasty accidents that, yeah. It's the American dream. What? We all aspired to it. Come on.
Well, did we want to go to Tom and Bunting and maybe he knows where he works or has more information?
Good idea.
Well, you did see the business card, and with a memory roll, you can remember where the place is. Otherwise, you'll have to look for it.
I thought they gave us his business card.
No, nobody touched his business card. I paid careful attention. They took your card. You gave them your card. You remember only that there was a business card, and it shows all the letters moving around on it as you're looking at it, and you're like, ah. And Badger's like in the back, and he's thinking about like the first time when he had to kill somebody, and he's like,
Well, it was
was
a
six.
game store. We could. Oh, here's my memory.
oh yeah, she remembers the name, the address. It's called the Puzzle Nook. Yeah, she. I mean, if you can make a navigate roll, then you can get them there, or you can attempt a computer use roll in order to use the cop GPS. It's
Saying there was a picture of it?
no, she just remembers everything
Oh.
on the card.
Nope, I'm gonna lead us astray though.
No problem at all.
Right over there.
She
That's
she
what-
takes you to this ice rink for some reason,
Nope.
and you guys go cruising around the ice rink, and she's like, "This is it."
This is the wrong way.
And you're like, "It's an ice rink," and she's like, "It's here. This is the address." And you
It's
guys
the
are like,
Puzzle Nook.
No
There
time for
there
skating.
is a map in the vehicle, right, Logan?
"What's that?"
There's a map in the vehicle, right?
Map? Yes.
Yeah. My land nav to the
Oh, Badger's got the paper map, and he's like, "This seems to represent the streets, and we are here, and Puzzle Nook here." And he glares at you. She keeps insisting it's here, though. Would you like to fight her for dominance?
Drive away from the ice rink.
You seem to be winning the fight for dominance now because he is not listening to her anymore. He is listening to you. This may mean that you will have to lead this small tribe to victory.
never again. Never again.
Ah, the remnants of your last tribe. How their deaths haunt you. So, you guys head over to the Puzzle Nook. You see, it looks like some PTSD going on in the seat next to you. And eventually, you arrive at this place. Oh. Boom! Oh, wait. Yeah, did it work? Boom! Look, Scott showed me a new trick. I'm using it.
Oh, my gaze is directed right there.
Yes. Inside of the Puzzle Nook are a couple of different people. Humans, by the looks of them. This
That's how they
guy...
always start.
This guy is the guy who greets you as soon as you walk into the door, and the Oriental lady in the back seems to be working to actively ignore you. Everybody give me a freaky good spot hidden if they would. I want something freaky good.
Nothing special.
Yeah, right. Dana, there's something up with the lady, but you're not sure what it. Oh wait, no, yes you are. She is definitely packing heat.
Ooh.
Let's see. Here's another picture of the puzzle nook for you from a nice top-down angle, just in case you've never seen a store before, or that you've been in quarantine so long you've forgotten what they look like. You remember the outside. Anyway, I don't like it. So, the Puzzle Nook is near a coffee. It's not far from a coffee store, and the guy says, "Hello, may I help you?"
Coleman Bunting?
That's right.
Hear about Noah Velcat.
I heard on the news. It was all over the news. I am devastated. Noah's mind was exquisite. I'd published a book of puzzles a few months ago. Noah not only solved all of the puzzles, but he found logical flaws in 2 of them. That's when I realized I had to have a person of his intellectual caliber in my orbit. Soon after that, we started playing a regular game of chess. We'd see each other once a month or so, but play chess by phone and the internet often. Noah's a bit oblivious to people's feelings, so that would come across as rude, but he was the gentlest person you could ever meet. I cannot fathom who would be wanting to kill him.
I just stand in front of the door.
No problem. Nobody else is trying to come in yet.
Good.
You hear anything about his occupation?
I'd heard that he was an online trader or something. Stocks, something, I think was mentioned once. You look for the rope, but you cannot find which line he was on. Perhaps it's a new form of torture.
You ever meet his wife?
No. I think she is a waitress, though, if that helps. Anything that you can do to track down his killer, I'm sure. I'm guessing that's why you're here. You're obviously police officers.
Oh, yeah. I show him my badge.
I thought as much.
Obviously.
Give me empathy rolls on this guy, if you would.
At half.
This guy is smug in his intellectual superiority over all of you.
Oh, he has good cause, probably.
So, what kind of business do you run here?
This is a puzzle store. We have many puzzles, he says, pointing out the puzzles that you are literally surrounded by. Would you like puzzles?
I like puzzles.
Excellent. As Logan's vape machine stops working for some reason, supplying him good.
Puzzles.
Yeah. He shows you, it's like a couple of twisted pieces of iron that are conjoined together. He says, see if you can separate these without damaging them.
What do you want on something like that? A will times whatever?
Not willpower. Willpower is the oomph. What would be a good... you could use physics. You could use puzzle skill. You could use... What kind of skill would you like to try? It wouldn't be a willpower. That's more of your mental fortitude.
Right. I will just go with puzzle.
They're never. You were very close, and he compliments you on being so close. He says it is not easy. He shows you how to do it. It's like a child's game or trick or something. Oh, it wasn't squeezing hard enough. Wow.
I just keep trying it.
Okay. He seems to have occupied this guy. It shows him. I'm fucking close. He has other ones also that you can play with if you want to eventually build up your puzzle.
This is the one he gave me, though.
Very well. All right.
We'll figure this out.
No problem. Depending on how long they're there, you'll get more attempts.
Ooh.
Did you have more questions, or were you... Now, also, near the lady in the back is a back room door that you guys are super suspicious of because you're the PCs. You're always suspicious of that kind of shit. I know it. You know it. There's no good playing coy with it. That's just fucking how it is.
Where did he work?
I think mostly from coffee shops and stuff. Sometimes he would go to the one near here. I'm sure you've noticed it.
Which one is that?
It's the Starbucks. If you lean out the door, you can and look to your right, you can see it on the opposite side of the street. He says carefully to you, as though you. He does so. He just looks smug and intellectually superior. He just sits there looking. His smugness ramps up several notches.
Sometimes there's two right across from each other.
Yes, he says it is an anathema to our times. He pauses, he looks at you and goes, I think it's a bad thing. Hold on, I've accidentally disassembled something. Please keep talking.
So it looks like he actually does any business here, or...
Pardon me?
It looks like he actually does business here.
Oh yeah, there's a cash register and everything. The problem is that you're seeing, give me a business roll.
Seems like a very niche business. I think there might be a lot of dust on the product, and
I don't know, they're kept well dusted.
Front.
Could be.
He doesn't have guns. That is the problem.
Yes.
They do.
I'm thinking, is this a front?
A successful front.
Quite possibly. It well may be a front. I mean, you're suspicious it is, but unfortunately you know shit about business.
I'll look over at the lady.
She looks calm, relaxed, and loose.
Roll.
Did you also know Noah?
No, she says, and goes back to actively ignoring you, or at least pretending to ignore you while keeping a very close eye on you.
Empathy.
Certainly.
No.
She is wary.
Oh, shit. Glenn crushed it.
She has no interest in Noah, you guys, or anything, but she is super wary of you, and she is also protecting the back door.
So, Tommen, what do you think?
Tolman. He gives you a business card of his, and he takes out a pen and circles the L and hands it to you. There you go, he says. This guy is the most condescending person you've ever met.
What do you think about Noah's circumstances?
You mean being deceased?
Yes, what are your theories?
Theories?
I know he's got them.
Theories? I don't know. I heard that he was dead. Shot. That's about all that the newspapers have given. Without further data, I cannot give you a theory. As Sherlock Holmes once said, without clay, I cannot make bricks.
Why would someone want to kill Noah?
I don't know. He was a gentle soul. He looks like his condescension ramped up a bit.
And some empathy on him by half.
Condescension, aloofness, superiority. This is the kind of smug person that probably has a lady with a gun just because his condescension would otherwise get him repeatedly punched in the face, is your guess.
To evaluate the security system of this place.
Sure. Give me a security systems lore roll, please. Considering that it's a store that sells puzzles that you can buy for anywhere from $5 up to, say, $50, it's got a several $1,000 security system in it. It's a bit odd to you. The security system is super, super fucking tight. You're thinking that this is probably the kind of place that has motion detectors, heat sensors, weight panels in the floor, lasers, sharks with lasers, bees that when they bark shoot bees out of their mouths. I mean, this security is super tight here.
Release the hounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Tolman stands there and drips smugness at you.
How well can I see the back door? Does that take a finger scanner?
It does not take a finger scanner. It is a alphanumeric pad.
When was the last time you saw Noah?
I believe 2, maybe 3 days ago. Oh, wait, no. I didn't see him then. We communicated via the telephone. Our ongoing chess game. He motions to a board he has, and it has chess pieces on it.
Does it match the setup of the one?
Give me a memory roll as you go,
Quarter.
Quarter exactly matches. Dana, it has horses, just like the other one, and you're sure Glenn doesn't know how the horses move.
Horses are evil. So...
He has a phone right next to it, too, just to drive home the point that he may use the phone while playing chess. It's amazing. If it's an alibi, it's a good one.
Or you?
He says, well, it could go either way. Usually he wins, though. Interesting you should bring that up, though, because in this last game that we started, Noah was quite intent upon betting, which he had never done before. I didn't take the bet, of course. I like my money too much. He did the weasel laugh. What?
How much did he want to wager?
$1,000.
Seem desperate for money or something?
He had never expressed an interest in it before.
Was he perhaps trying to send you a message that he was in some sort of trouble by making erratic moves or doing things outside of his normal behaviors?
An interesting theory, he says, reappraising the guy.
I look at Badger like.
If he was, it was too subtle even for me. He says, as though he is the greatest intellect.
If only you had his level of intellect. Sadly, you're just like us, lost and confused.
He raises an eyebrow. I see. Well, is there anything else?
Let me see that thing. I use prestidigitation.
Yeah,
Puzzles.
yeah, that would work. Prestidigitation, yeah. This only infuriates the warrior from the wastelands.
No, this doesn't infuriate me. It makes sense. He knows many things.
Dana, the back room door is calling you. I'm over here. You're just looking at it, and you can tell that Japanese or Chinese or whatever lady, she is waiting for somebody to make a fucking break for the goddamn door. You can just tell. You're looking. She just she's doing the hair shielding the eyes, but you can see her fucking glancing at you through her hair now and then. Like, yeah, you know, you're gonna get shot anyway type of look. She's the only one who's having this exchange with her.
And what's your name?
The guy says, "Oh, her."
I'm pretty sure she can speak for herself, not you.
That is Annika. She doesn't like to talk much, which is why I pay her well. He smiles. He does the weasel laugh again.
Got a VIP room back there or something?
Do you think it's relevant to your case?
Could be.
I cannot disagree with that, and as I am interested in bringing his murderer to justice, I will give you the nickel tour. It's all right, he tells Annika, and he goes over, he opens the door, and inside you find several people working on fucking high-tech computers and shit, and there's all kinds of technology. The warrior from the wastelands begins to fucking hyperventilate slightly as all the walls are lit up with different screens showing all kinds of stuff on them and everything. And he says, the puzzle nook is only a part of my business. He says, I also run a cybersecurity consulting firm.
Very impressive.
I was grooming Noah for a special project, he says, after you guys go back up into the front room, and he closes the door again.
So you had this brick and mortar and you weren't going to share it with us?
Do you mean the store?
No. This information being bricks and mortars that tells us more about the individual that we are currently investigating.
I was undecided, but given your eloquence, I have decided that perhaps you are not the loutish-looking individuals I see before me.
Right.
Loutish.
I had Noah working on a special project, the skeleton key, a device which could decipher almost any code. I have 3 different people working on the device. I offered them $2 million. Last week, Noah called and told me he had built the device, but he wasn't going to give it to me. He said he had second thoughts and was worried about the device falling into the wrong hands. He looks at his hands, just to show you what hands are in case you were confused.
Like the wrong fingers.
The names of the other 2 that are working on it?
Certainly.
They may be in danger as well.
One is a guy in Amsterdam, Alex Crum. He is living in Amsterdam. That's in the Netherlands. Netherlands, he says.
Netherlands, yes.
Very good. The other is a local, Oliver McDaniel, but I doubt he killed Noah.
Why is that?
He is in the Clark Mental Health Institute, a max security place. He and Noah were in grad school together, I hear.
Hmm. Do you have any big clients for your security business?
I have many big clients. That's how I stay in business. I have rent to pay. Rent here in the city is not cheap.
So this sounds like something you are trying to keep very secret.
I am limiting the number of people who know about the business because otherwise less moral people may seek to recruit those that I have working for me. I am convinced that you have no interest in recruiting those that I have working for me. Therefore, I have decided to share that information so that you are provided with bricks and mortar. But again, I am sure that those bricks and mortar will avail you not as they are of a totally different building.
Do you know anywhere that uses a fingerprint scanner security?
Many people use fingerprint scanner securities. It is a common form of security system in high-tech areas. We do not use them here. We have alphanumeric security systems.
You know, if
Where do you think that Noah would have saved his work?
I do not know. The device was meant to be built, brought to me. I give the money. It is a simple transaction and perfectly legal and above board.
Is it a physical object or coding?
It would be a physical object with coding inside. He looks impressed that you ask such questions. It makes him a bit sad that he can condescend just a tad bit less to you, though. Hold on, I need to grab something real quick.
So what do we got? We've got a coffee shop that he attends fairly regularly.
Mm-hmm.
His home, which we definitely need to go through that place again.
We do have the books, which we never looked to see if there were any notes or anything inside there.
It could also be a hollow book, one of those books that has the compartment inside of it.
And it just has the object in there. Yes. It's been in the cover.
Hey, Logan.
When shit breaks.
Hey, Logan.
Yes?
Ooh.
The romance novel seemed extremely out of place with this super smart guy. Is it empty with like a fucking disc thing inside of it, or a
what seemed out of place?
The romance novel.
Oh, I'm guessing it was the wife's.
Oh, that's right. He had one of those.
I'm afraid so.
Was there anything in either of the two books?
One of the books you haven't read yet, but it seems to have a lot of blouse ripping and some woman who seems really confused about who she will mate with. And because there are two different guys. One of them is a Scottish lord. You're not sure
what... I'm in the
what...
back seat of the car now reading this. I'm done. Done. That's what I'm doing.
What's a bodice?
What's a bodice?
There are multiple layers of clothing.
How odd. You remember one glorious year when
cryptographically circled or earmarked in there?
Oh, there's a lot of old bookmarks, like somebody was making their way through the novel, but they stop after half of it. Now she will never know whether she has chosen the young Scottish lord or the poor but honest. It's yes, Logan has opinions on these kind of books.
Mm.
You're like never the poor and honest. Why not?
Well, no. You want the guy who's fucking loaded, and then have an affair with the poor and honest.
No, the book that's always the poor one, the honest one.
Oh. But the other book is completely incomprehensible to you guys. You look at it, unless you can
no writing in margins or anything?
Plenty. You don't understand it either.
Hey, how dare you, sir?
Oh, sure. Give me your advanced math or physics advanced math roll. You prove me wrong.
Looking at this handy street map, are we saying goodbye? Are we out of the?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, as far as I know, he's sitting in the back seat going, "Who will she pick? Why are so many men?" And she is also the most useless gatherer of food. She apparently works in a place where they produce food, but she never seems to actually be.
Does she also constantly need the male figure to come rescue her as well?
Yes, she seems to get into lots of different problems, and she does no work. So you are confused as to why any man should want to bother with her. And she doesn't actually
survivor.
She doesn't actually kill anybody, which is a baffling.
This is not a survivor. This is a problem.
You are baffled by her behavior.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Bunting.
Of course.
We'll be in touch. I give him a card.
Thank you.
Have a good day. And I leave.
All right. He looks at the guy who is starting to impress him as reading a romance novel, and he just loses all the remaining hope and goes back to whatever he does.
I keep working on the puzzle as well.
All right.
In the car, looking at the map, why was Noah in that park? Was that a...
It's not far from his home, a couple blocks away, so...
Is it on his way to a million coffee shops?
Technically, since you're in the U.S., everywhere is on its way to a million coffee shops. Starbucks is everywhere. They control everything now. All restaurants are Starbucks.
On the far side of the park from his house?
Pardon?
Is there anything interesting on the far side of the park from his house?
Not especially interesting, no. I mean, it's one of those places where if you lived in his house, finding you in that park would not necessarily be unusual at all, assuming you wanted to go outside for any reason.
Okay. Let's walk over to Starbucks.
No problem. Are you going to leave the guy with the shotgun in the car reading the romance novel? I mean, there's so many ways that could go really bad.
Hey, Badger.
Yes.
With us.
Right. Hold on. I put the little page down and then close the book.
Just imagine being a warrior from the wastelands and the first book you ever read is like a bodice ripper. How would that fucking just change your opinion on a lot of stuff?
This is riveting.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you guys head over to Starbucks and you just gonna buy some coffees here or what?
We'll ask about Noah.
Do you have a picture? They ask you. We have 27 different Noahs throughout a month, some more frequent than others. We're used to writing names on cups. It shows them like, lady's like, and your name? And she's like, Shikikwanandi? And she's like, just scrawl something.
Around with a computer.
Last name was Valakut.
We don't write a lot of last names on cups, sir.
Do we have a picture?
No.
You've been very shy. I described.
Oh, the shy guy. Sure. Yeah, he's in here frequently. Yeah, never talk to anybody. Hard and firm to even order coffee. Yeah, shy guy. Sure. He was here.
Do you have a usual spot or something?
He'd sit with his laptop over there in the corner.
Anyone ever visit him or come sit with him?
No. That's why we called him the shy guy.
Logan, I go sit down.
Time
I go sit down in his spot.
All right.
I look around from his spot, under the table, chair, round, shelf.
This spot is not tactically advantageous. He didn't leave anything secreted, and you cannot see the front door well from here. This man was obviously weak and meant to be culled.
Is it by the window? Would you be seeing anything particular out the window?
You can see part of the window. It looks like it was mostly chosen for its kind of like away from everybody elseness.
Do you remember his usual order? I asked the...
Yep. Shy guy special. And right, coffee comes in. Ting. That'd be $6.
A latte?
Hey, it's some fucking long ass string of nonsensical syllables with lots of caffeine, sugar, whipped cream, etc.
Okay. May I try this?
Got
lots
$6?
And lots of caffeine.
Yes, I do. I pull the bill out of the wallet.
They give you change. They give you other bills and a coffee. So now you have more bills and coffee. This is truly a glorious place. Here, you could be uninterrupted reading your bodice ripper and drinking it is hot but sweet. You are now caffeinated and sugared out of your mind, beyond all control. You see one of his eyes get real big in the air, kind of like jiggles a bit.
First shot of caffeine.
Yeah. He's like, and this is like, it's the equivalent of like an energy drink's worth of caffeine that's in this thing. And he's like, yes, now is the killing time.
When was the last time you saw Noah?
A couple days ago.
Do you know about what time did he usually come in?
Variable. Usually start in the morning, stay for a few hours, and then leave. Didn't really pay much attention after he got his coffee and went to his seat. Are you guys police, musicians? What?
Yes.
All right.
Flash badge.
Ah. You look like cops, he says.
Thank you.
He looks at the three hulking Italian dudes.
Was it around 7 that he would come in, around opening?
Between 7 and 11. Somewhere in there, I guess.
He seemed odd 2 days ago.
Yes, and 3 days ago, and 5 days ago, and 30 days ago.
Did he ever have someone with him?
Never.
Anyone ever sit with him?
Never. He's a normal guy. Shy, solitary. Was he a serial killer?
No.
No.
You got cameras here?
Yeah. I don't know how to get access to it, but we got one. Points at it. It pretty much shows the cash register, like a top-down view of the cash register to make sure they're not fucking taking money. Not sure how useful it'd be for you, but by God, the money will be fucking safe.
Yeah. It's to keep track of the employees instead of protecting them if they were attacked or something.
Right?
Mind if we look at the footage?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how to do that. You'd have to talk to the manager, Mr. Wilson.
All right.
No problem. Give me a luck roll, see if the manager's actually in, Glenn. They bring up Mr. Wilson. He doesn't look old enough to fucking shave, and he has blue hair. May I help you? He says. They're the police, says the guy at the cash register who's older than him, the manager. Back to work, says Mr. Wilson. Yes, Mr. Wilson. He goes back to work.
Investigating a murder. We'd like to look at your security footage.
Can I see some badges?
I look over.
Do you have a warrant? Warrant. Do you have a warrant?
Did you say badger?
What? No, I said badges.
There's only one. You don't need to add the S. Badger.
So only one of you's a cop and the others aren't?
Yeah, sure. Here's my badge.
Oh, I have one of those too.
Ha! Then there are more than one, he says, and folds his arms. Ha ha! Oh, security tape. Yeah, okay. He takes you in, shows you the security tape, and you watch it at high speed. It seems to like be zoomed in on the cash drawer. So you get to see hands and stuff putting money in, giving out change. You can occasionally see like little glimpses of parts of people, and it's pretty much useless to you.
Don't have anything on the entrance?
No, nobody'd rob a Starbucks. We know all their first names. He looks happy about this.
Right.
We take our customer satisfaction moderately seriously. I mean, very seriously here.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
What all levels of satisfaction do you offer here at the Starbucks?
Moderate and high. Who are you?
Badger. Who are you?
I've already been badged, he says. You showed them to me. I recognize them as badges.
I will be in the car.
Yeah.
He goes back to the car, reads his novel. You're just happy he can read. Imagine if he couldn't, how much fun that would be. Then you'd have to give him a special book. Not in a boat, not in a plane. He'd read it. That's a good character concept.
That is one of the great novels that survived.
I'll look up Oliver McDaniel on the cop computer.
Yes. And
Okay.
make sure he has not escaped.
Wow. Apparently, he killed his father and was deemed copious fucking nuts and got locked up in the loony bin.
How long ago was this?
About 5 years.
Hey.
Been working on the skeleton key that long?
No, this guy, well, yeah, there's not any more information on the police record than the cop computer, but
I don't think that we asked Bunting. Not going to try the first name again. How long he's been working on it. The 5 years is just how long this guy's been in the Clark Mental Hospital.
I know that when I'm trying to get projects done, I immediately go to Looney Bin to recruit people to work on my projects. That makes me happy.
I'm going to call up the Clark Mental Hospital just to see if he's still there.
We can't really, we cannot divulge information on our inmates.
Ask what
If
the
you'd
visiting
like
hours
to.
are.
Who are you?
I'm the police.
No, feel free to come by and bring your badges. And if we have a person like that here, we'll let you interview them.
And what are your hours?
We're open now.
Until when?
Well, we're kind of always open. It is a prison/mental health thing, so we're always here. Actually, somebody's always here.